Today we are going to talk about verb phrases and subject-predicate phrases used as attributives. In Chinese, attributives, often followed by the particle de, always appear before the elements that they modify. Verbs, verb phrases, and subject-object phrases can all serve as attributives. I know it sounds very confusing. So let's review subject and predicate. Let's look at this sentence. The cat that is sleeping on the piano. So in a sentence, which word is subject and which word is the predicate? Okay, I use color coding, so it's pretty obvious. The cat is the subject. The subject of the sentence is what or whom the sentence is about. And the predicate is the part of a sentence or a clause that tells what the subject is doing or what the subject is. So one way to remember the difference between the two is that the subject will be a noun or pronoun. The predicate will contain a verb in addition to a possible modifier. So let's look at the example again. The cat is sleeping, or that is sleeping on the piano. So how will we translate this sentence into Chinese? So in Chinese, the sentence is translated as 在钢琴上睡觉的猫. 猫 means cat. 在钢琴上 on piano. 睡觉 to sleep. So if I translate word by word into English, it will be on piano, sleep, cat. I know it doesn't make any sense, right? Okay, let's look at more examples and then you will understand. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's look at more examples. So let's look at these sentences. Subject, the car that she drives. So the car is the subject, and we use more verb phrases to add more details about the nouns about the car. So the car that she drives, the place where I visited before, subject, predicate. The girl, subject, who plays piano. So notice that in between the subject and the predicate, we can always find connectors, such as that, who, where. When it comes to Chinese, we also use subject and predicate, or we can call that clauses, that tells what the subject is doing or what the subject is. But there are two major differences from English. First of all, in Chinese, we place the predicate in front of the subject. So in Chinese, you see that? We put the predicate in front of the subject. So that's the first difference. The second difference is that in Chinese, instead of using different connector, that, where, who, we only use the connector, the. She drives that, the car. That's how will we translate the sentence from the car that she drives to Chinese. Sorry, let me go back here. So this is English, the car that she drives. But when we translate into Chinese, we put the predicate before the noun. She drives the car. Remember, we only use the as a connector instead of using that, where, who. I visited before the place. Plays piano, the girl. 她开的车。我去过的地方。弹钢琴的女孩。So just remember two major differences between Chinese and English when it comes to subject and predicate. In Chinese, we put the predicate before the subject. So we can just treat the predicate, or we can call adjective clauses as adjectives for Chinese speakers, which means we use this as adjectives, and as adjective we put it in front of the nouns or pronouns. So let's look at more examples and let's do some listening practice, okay? 这是什么？这是西瓜。那西瓜可以用来做什么？可以吃，吃 means to eat。那谁在吃西瓜？男人，吃西瓜的男人。So 吃西瓜 is the verb phrase, the predicate. 男人 is the subject. 这是什么？这是韩服。So we want to describe the girl who is wearing 韩服 hanbok. 穿韩服的女孩。穿韩服的女孩。Okay, more listening practice and sentence pattern practice. 这是什么？这是蛋糕。谁做的蛋糕？ Baby Yoda 做的蛋糕。Baby Yoda 做的蛋糕。Baby Yoda 做的蛋糕。这是什么？这是车。那是谁开的车？谁的车？ Taylor Swift 开的车。Taylor Swift 开的车。Okay, let's review the sentence pattern again. In English, we put the subject before the verb phrase. However, in Chinese, we put the verb phrase or the predicate before the subject. Taylor Swift 开的车。Taylor Swift 开的车。Baby Yoda 做的蛋糕。Baby Yoda 做的蛋糕。Let's try the sentence. See if you can identify which word is the subject and which part is the verb phrase. 以前认识的朋友。朋友 is the subject. 以前认识 is the verb phrase, or we can call predicate. Okay, next. 昨天来的同学。So in Chinese, remember, the subject is after the. 昨天来的同学。昨天来的同学。Okay, let's just do some last three practice. 我们经过的地方。我们经过的地方。听见你名声的人。听见你名声的人。创造天地海和其中万物的永生神。 创造天地海和其中万物的永生神。